Nice and
Fine.
okay, dear listeners. Today we're having third episode of this podcast. Today I have my fellow Indian writer and a poet and a translator too. His name is Shubrashankar Das. So I would like to ask him today regarding few things on literature and translation. So, welcome, Das.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me for this podcast.
Yeah, the my initial thought when you said you are coming to this podcast. So,
Yeah,
I always have this question, like because you are from such a huge country with a very vast and so many different cultures and so many people around you. So,
yeah.
how, how you feel that you know that I'm from Sri Lanka and a very small island that we can go through any part of the country around just 9 to 10 hours. But India is
Yeah.
whole different story. Have you managed this and how you feel about it
So see,
as a
actually,
writer? Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely India is a huge country, but I belong to the northeastern part of India.
yeah,
It's a small state. Uh, the name is Tripura,
yeah,
and right now I'm staying in Agartala, the capital city of Tripura. Uh, you can say in the beginning it had been very difficult for us to communicate uh, in terms of transport, and because of the lack of transport and lack of communication,
yeah.
we faced a lot of problems here. uh, so you can say the northeastern part of India developed uh, less in comparison to the other part of India.
Hmm.
Now things are changing frequently because of the, you can say, the revolution in communication due to internet
Yeah,
facilities. uh, so things have changed a lot nowadays, and mostly because of we have train, rail line is there. Okay. Earlier the only mode of communication was, if we talk about, if somebody is willing to go from Agartala to Delhi,
yeah.
uh, train was not available. They need to take a flight for
Oh,
that.
really? That's
So, yeah. If you talk about long distance transportation facility, uh, only flight was available. Uh, okay. And nowadays things have changed a lot. So see, when you, if you compare, uh, it's difficult to compare two three countries. Every country has its own story.
yeah.
uh, but when you are living, say for example, I am living in the northeastern part of India in Agartala, I am not carrying the burden of the whole India. So uh,
Yeah.
so it's like I am living, say, as you feel when you are living in Sri Lanka or in a village of Sri Lanka, the same way I feel when I
Hmm.
live in
Yeah.
a small city or in a small state, uh, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's great. You know that why I asked that question because that I saw that last time your book was published in Delhi, and you are working with so many people around the country. And so, how you became a writer actually? What makes you a writer?
uh, see, I remember few months back, uh, one of the prominent journalists of Tripura. She took my interview for Dainik Sangbad. Dainik Sangbad is one of the most circulated newspapers of Northeast,
Okay.
especially of Tripura. She asked me, she asked me, what motivated you? What is your motivation? What motivated you to write?
Yes.
What motivated you to begin writing? Or what inspired you to come to the scenario of writing? Yeah. I thought for a while, and I said, I replied, I don't know why I replied in this manner. See, like everybody else, I when I read literature in my childhood, in my school days, we read Tagore, Rabindranath Tagore. You must have heard the name.
Yeah.
Sukanta Bhattacharya.
He's very popular in Sri Lanka.
Yeah. So these are some names of poets and writers. We read their stories and poems, and I felt personally that I can also try. Why not?
Yeah.
And I feel during our childhood, at certain points of time when we were in school, like me, many say boys and girls might have thought of writing poetry for various reasons. Okay. So that cannot be considered as motivation. I don't think so. Okay. And those poems and pieces were not poetry or stories. They can be considered.
When you are telling that, I also remember that at that age that we normally trying to do those things. No, I also wrote some small poems and part of poems like that. Yeah.
This can be considered as rhymes, or these are to some extent copies, or say silly versions of things written by Tagore or Shukanta Bhattacharya can be considered. So those cannot be considered as motivation. So I, when the journalist asked me, I replied that sometimes lack of motivation, if you are passionate enough, sometimes lack of motivation can be a motivation itself. Yes. So if you are passionate enough, lack of motivation can also
can be a motivation too. Yes.
Yeah. So I feel we should not wait for motivation. It's not mandatory that you should be motivated by somebody or something to embark on your journey in the world of literature, or in the world of anything for that matter. It can be music, it can be painting, it can be anything. So that was my answer.
Exactly. So that with that question, I would like to go through your new translation. So I am really interested about it. That when I first saw the cover page and your note about it. So please let us know what is your this new translation first.
Yeah, as I said about the northeastern part of India, I would like to add certain things. See, as I said, northeastern part of India has been ignored for a long period of time for various reasons. For its geographical location also. If you look at the map of India, if you see
because,
the
that
Tripura.
as you said, it's very hard to communicate. That may be a huge problem, no?
Earlier it was a problem. Nowadays, as transport facilities are there, things have improved a lot. Due to that, northeastern literature, though Tripura is a princely state, we had a prince also, king also,
right?
Though Tripura is a princely state, and the Tripura has a rich cultural heritage. Are you listening? Hello.
Yeah.
Tripura is very
I'm interested
very
in
rich.
the story, so that's why I'm silent. Huh?
Yeah, Tripura is very rich in terms of culture, heritage, and history.
Yeah.
Uh, though it is so rich, it has not been explored.
Right.
Uh, there are lots of areas where it should be explored. Nowadays, things have changed. Nowadays, things have changed a lot. People are including uh, literature of Tripura in the syllabus also
Ah, that's good.
in different parts of India. Especially, I'm talking about Kolkata.
Kolkata,
There are
right?
some universities and colleges. Uh, some novel stories and poems and articles are being included in the syllabus.
That's good.
And it's very difficult to cover all the areas in one podcast, actually.
Yeah.
As you said, India is a big country, and also because Tripura is very rich. So I may miss a lot of significant points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are
So
interested because we can do another one also. So don't worry about the time and other factors.
that's okay.
But but but
Into
but I'm really interested to listen your story about this report.
yeah, this you have heard of Sahitya Academy? There is a
Yeah.
Sahitya Academy in
Yes, I
yeah.
know. Science Academy. Yes.
Yeah. So you can consider it one of the most prestigious institutions related to literature in
Yes.
India.
Hmm.
Okay. So uh, among the young stars, you can say, among the young poets,
Hmm.
Shoman Patari from Tripura, he received Yuva Sahitya Puruskar in the year 2022.
All right.
This is a Sahitya Academy award given to young
Young
writers,
pop
actually.
writers. Yes.
Young writers belonging to different
Yes.
language, different
Language.
languages,
Language. Yes. Okay.
different. You talked about India is a huge country. If you simply look at the list of the languages
Yes.
uh, on the website of Sahitya Academy, you will see so many languages are there, and people are writing.
Yes. So
Though
many
all the
people.
languages are not so popular, all the languages might not be popular
Yeah.
uh,
Exactly.
beyond certain region, but people are writing.
That's
This little thing
why.
can inspire you a lot. This
Yeah. That's
little thing can inspire you a lot,
yeah.
actually. Uh, yeah. And recently in 2023, Sorokhaibam Gambhini, she is a Manipuri writer.
Uh-huh.
She got Sahitya Academy Award.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
And she belongs to Northeast. Both of them belong to
Notice.
Northeast.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. These are some examples. Many are there.
Yeah.
Now, you asked about my translation. This
Yes.
is this novel, the name of the novel in Bengali. This is called Deo Nodir Jol.
Okay. What's
Deo
the
Nodir.
meaning of that?
The English version is the water of the river Deo.
What
Deo is the
about
name of
that?
a river.
Right.
The water of the river Deo.
Yeah.
It
Right.
is written by Padmashri Majumdar.
Majum,
Padmashri Majumdar. Majumdar is the
Padmashri
son.
Majumdar. Yes. I
Yes,
heard his
is the
name
son.
somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. So she belongs to North Tripura. We
Not
have South Tripura, North Tripura. Okay.
okay.
And Agartala is West Tripura.
West River.
West Tripura. Yes. If you uh, get some time, you simply look at the map of Tripura. You will understand its
Yeah, yeah.
geographical. Uh, yeah, you just search for Tripura, India. You will find the location actually. Uh, so I would like to read out. I
Yeah.
think once I sent a message regarding the novel in
Yes.
detail. So, The Water of the River Deo by Padmashri Majumdar is a magnificent account
Hmm.
of the lives of Sylheti people living in North Tripura.
What paper?
Sylheti people. Sylheti people basically came from Bangladesh.
Right. Okay.
In Tripura, there are a lot of people. Uh, there are a lot of people who came from Bangladesh.
Okay. Right. Understood.
Okay. There is a history behind it. It will take a lot of time if I go
No,
into the
yeah.
history.
We will take it for
Yeah.
another.
I, I'm going to make it short, make it brief.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A magnificent account of the lives of Sylheti people living in North Tripura, the reconstruction of their livelihood, their inclination to their culture and heritage, their festivals and folklore, their desire, delight, and agony, the effect of immigration and urbanization. Everything is wonderfully portrayed by the novelist. The fates of common folks are somehow connected to the river. The river is the silent witness of the circus called life. The river is the divine and the demon.
Hmm.
It is the symbol of contentment and the metaphor of the eternal flight of Mahakal.
Mahakal.
Through the characters of Mahakal, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
through the characters of the novel, we explore the plight of relationships, the propensities of human mind, the fruit of selfish pursuits, the signs latent in superstition, and the bite of blind faith, politics, and dowry system. We marvel at the riddles of nature. We feel an urge to transcend the karmic cycle of pain and pleasure, dilemma and delusion. Uh, we feel the river is flowing in our heart of hearts. The novel contains reveries, moments of revelation and repercussion, horror and nostalgia. The way she describes the landscape or transports the characters into their worlds of imagination is spectacular. The way she uses the maxims of Khona. Have you heard the name of Khona?
Kona.
Khona,
Kona.
Khon. Yeah, Khona has a different story. These are mythological characters.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Uh, Khona can easily make prophecies. Whatever
Ah,
he used to predict, it would become true.
right. Understood.
Yeah. So, yeah. The way the novelist uses the maxims of Khona or the lyrics of Sri Radhika Robhishar. Have you heard of Radha and Krishna?
Yes.
Yeah. There are lots of literature uh, around Radha and Krishna,
Yeah,
around the.
even you know that in here in Sri Lanka we have some songs related to Radha Krishna, and
Yeah.
yeah,
We are culturally so connected and intimate. We can understand
yes,
that
exactly.
much. uh, so the way the novelist uses the maxims of Khona or the lyrics from Sri Radhikar Obhishar or
Hmm.
traditional folk songs to draw a parallel between the mythological characters and the characters of this novel is fascinating. The novel can also be viewed from feminist perspectives because the novel has a few strong and bold female characters.
Okay.
The novel also deals with the themes of clash between human beings and nature, the eternal clash between human beings and nature. So many things are there. This is all about the novel.
Yeah, that I'm
This
really
much.
interested to read it after. Yeah, that with your introduction, I'm really feeling itch to read it. Right. So when you are going to
Somehow,
send me a copy, right?
fine. Somehow, I shall try my level best to send you a copy.
No, no, it's okay. So that thing is that nowadays that we are not getting books so many because the price is high and there are some restrictions for the imports, and so we are getting very less international books from the other countries. So
Yeah, that
that's
we know.
a
We
problem
got
we
some.
face.
Yeah, we have some. I mean, we though we are not living in Sri Lanka due to internet. We have some glimpses of the economic crisis in Sri
Yes.
Lanka. You are going through uh, in many parts of the country. I pray to God things should change as soon as possible.
Thank you, brother. And
Yeah.
when you are speaking about this, I thought that this novel is more in that your regional and very local. You said that she is using those lyrics and poems from the folk force and all. So it may be a challenging task to translate it into English. Can you tell us about
Yeah.
how you capture those local things into the English readers? That may be a huge task.
Translation is always a huge task, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
And
I agree with you because I am also a translator.
uh, if somebody asks me about the difficulty translators face while translating,
Yeah, because
uh,
especially in here the case is that
yeah,
some books are very easy to translate because they are not capturing those very local and very uh, internal things. But as you said, when you are speaking, I thought
yeah,
maybe it is easy task for you. But I felt that those local things, how you convey for the English reader,
a
that's
lot of
interesting.
local things, a lot of local things had been there. See, mm, you can understand, as you said, India is a huge country. You can understand that even in this small part of India, there
Yes,
are lots
yes,
of dialects. And we have got many dialects from Bangladesh also, because many of us, our forefathers, came from Bangladesh.
yes.
Okay. So, and in many cases, dialects are very difficult to figure out.
Hmm.
Uh, unless and until you are accustomed to that particular dialect, you actually do not know the meaning.
Yes.
Okay. So whenever I faced the dialect problem, I communicated with the uh, novelist. I
Hmm.
asked, I mean, what does it mean? Okay. Actually, whenever I translate something, I before I start translating, I tell the uh, novelist or the writer that you have to give me scopes to disturb you whenever I face problem. I may ask you silly questions. Uh, are you listening? Hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I may ask you silly questions. These questions might seem silly, but it helps. I mean, they help me to explore a lot of things.
Okay.
They help me to go deeper into the theme,
Yes.
uh, deeper into the text. They help me to see through the layers of the text
Mm-hmm.
if the text is complex.
Yeah.
And if it's related to some folk song or things like folk songs or legends, then things become more complex.
Okay.
Uh, because you should have some idea. I mean, you should have a lot of idea
Yes.
about uh, those folk things. You must know. Uh, the writer cannot give you uh, a huge description
Yeah, yeah.
to that is not possible.
That's not possible. Yes.
He or
In a fiction, you can't get those things.
he or she can give you some key points so that you can understand.
Yes.
Mm. Yeah, I was talking about, if somebody asks me about translation, I simply tell him or her that, say, in India there is, in Bengali culture there is something called pitha.
Peter.
Pitha. It's not pita, it's pitha.
Okay.
Pitha means somebody. There is a difference. Pita means, in Bengali, pita means to beat somebody.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
pitha is something that our mother, aunts, and daughters and other women of the family, they sit together
Okay.
make they make cookies like thing.
Right.
It's cookies like thing uh, during certain occasions.
Okay. Right.
Certain occasions like Posh Shongranti. It's an occasion. Uh, it is held uh, during a month of Bengali calendar.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so
I can
it's an
understand
occasion.
that. Yes. We
It's a
also have
festival kind of
some, there are those kind of festivals in.
festival kind of thing. Yeah, I think this kind of festivals are there in Sri Lanka also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is there. Now the thing is that if you wish to translate pitha, it's not a bread, it's not a sweet, it's
Yes.
not a cookies also. How are you going to translate it? You tell me. You cannot translate the cultural significance.
Yes.
When you talk about pitha, when somebody talks about pitha, there is an image. We get an image. We get the image of uh, the women in the family are sitting together. They are preparing, and we are enjoying. We are eating.
Yes.
So if you translate pitha into cookies, things will be missing.
Yes. Exactly.
Trans- Translation itself definitely uh, spoils a lot of things
Yes.
which are available, which are reachable only if you read the original text.
Yes.
So by maintaining that, uh, to translate something is very, very difficult.
Yeah. You know that
Yeah. Yeah.
Italian writer Umberto Eco once said that
Yeah.
translation is a art of failure. Right? Translation is an art of
Yeah.
failure. So you, as a translator, you have to be fail, but you have to fail in artistic way. That's what we are discussing here.
Yeah. So he said this because he went deeper into the pain philosophically. So
Yes.
that's
Exactly.
how something came out of his mouth actually. Uh,
So then, uh, okay, that regarding this translation, that I think we have discussed so many things, but I think that before we closing this discussion with having you
yeah,
here, I have a very really few questions. Uh,
yeah.
First thing is that that I mean
I
that
remember you talk. You, I'm just interfering here a bit. I
yeah, it's
remember you talked about. Yeah, I think I don't know. You might have forgotten. You, when I asked regarding the podcast, you told me that you are going to ask me something related to the translations happening in India.
yes, yes, yes.
Now, probably as India is a huge country, now you are moving away from that topic
Yeah, I think
because
you know actually what happens is that I thought that is it not fair that asking
I
that
thought of this.
question because you
Yeah.
can't even I think nobody can trace all around the India, but I should ask you that how you uh, when you're looking at the contemporary literature and translation in India, what is your opinion or
These,
what you see actually, not opinion, because we can't give opinion
yeah.
about such a huge thing. So how you feel about this contemporary literature and translation as your knowledge?
See, as I said, organizations like Shahitya Academy, they're actually doing well.
Yeah.
They're actually doing trying the level best to explore different languages. Okay,
Yeah.
uh, but it's difficult. And if in India you think that you will earn a lot uh, only by translating some books, uh, you have to struggle a lot. Uh,
Okay.
you should have some other profession. Along with that, you may translate. That is possible.
Yes.
Uh,
Is the same
I,
here, right?
this answer,
I mean, I'm
yeah,
yeah. Same
this
here.
answer should these answers should include little bit of data, otherwise it will be incomplete.
Yes.
So I would like to add certain things regarding the scenario of translation in India, if
Okay.
you allow me.
Yeah, yeah.
2-3 minutes.
Okay, no.
I'll not take much time. Yeah. So actually, if you talk about, see, the first Indian book translated into English, as far I remember, that was Gita by Charles Wilkins, the founding member of uh, Asiatic Society.
Okay.
Okay. And if I come to the contemporary scenario, then that you have heard of the Tomb of Sand, originally written in Hindi by
Yes.
Gitanjali Sri.
Actually, I read it.
This is an example.
Nice book.
Yeah, this is an example how local, or you can say local literature and literature belonging to different language
Yes.
becomes popular. I mean, yeah, becomes popular and attracts the attention of global
Yeah.
global readers when it is translated into English. This is a good example.
Yes.
The Tomb of Sand. The Tomb of Sand, if it was originally written in Hindi. Now, when it was written in Hindi, people did not know about it.
Yeah.
When it
Its
is
name
translated
was
into English,
yeah, it's Samadhi, no?
yeah, when it's translated into English, then she became renowned globally.
Yeah, she won the
Beauty of-
International Book Prize too.
Yeah, that is the beauty of translation, especially when you translate something into English. You get the attraction of the global readership, actually.
Yeah.
So the Tomb of Sand, originally written in Hindi by Gitanjali Sri and translated into English by Daisy Rockwell,
Okay.
won the Booker International Prize this year. I mean, 2022, actually.
Yes.
This has turned the spotlight on translation, translated literature, and translators in India.
I think that's the first one went to the Booker Prize by language from Hindi to English.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a country where 23 official languages are spoken, India is the fourth most linguistically diverse country in the world.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. In addition to spoken languages and dialects, we have many languages widely spoken which don't even feature as an official language. Remember that there are people who are also willing to write in those languages also,
Right. Okay.
which are not official languages, which are dialects.
Yes, dialects.
The local language uh, spoken by some 25 lakh people, yet it is the name of the language is Kumaoni. Kumaoni. Okay. Yeah. Yet it is not
which state
one
that
of the
they
23 official
which
It is not one of
state
the
in
official language.
okay, right? And they are
Yeah.
in which state in India that this language people who speak that language?
Yeah,
Which
yeah. Please repeat. I couldn't
yeah,
understand.
which state they that people lived in that speaking that language?
Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand. Okay.
Uttarakhand. 25 lakh people, but still it's not possible also. How many languages
Yes.
how you can make as I mean you can use as official
Yeah,
language. That is not possible.
yeah. Then
Yeah. Yeah. So I would like to name some names of translators, actually. Prominent translators, you can say. They are actually earning uh, not I should not say a lot, but uh, they are prominent and they are earning enough.
enough, yes. You can say enough.
Yeah, earning enough. Yeah. Names are Orunabha Sinha. You might have heard his name.
Arunava Singha, yes.
You should have heard his name.
Yeah.
I read one of his interviews also. I read some of the books written by him, and I read some of his interviews, and I found that if you read the interview, you'll understand that he cannot sleep. You will feel as if he cannot sleep without translating. Translation is in his blood.
Yes.
Yeah. Some more names are J.V. Prasad, J.V. Shanta Gokhale,
That name
Tahira
I heard somewhere. Shanta
Rakshanda Jalil.
Okay.
Yeah, Rakshanda Jalil, Muhammad Umar Menon. These are some names.
Okay, right.
If you come to more contemporary scenario, there are some names. They might not be so popular, but they are working a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You may or may not have heard their names, but they are working a lot. Uh, Santosh Alex, he
Mm-hmm.
belongs to Kochi.
Kochi.
He
Uh-huh.
recently invited me to join in a group of translators. Actually,
Ah,
he's
okay.
making a society.
That's
Okay,
better. Yeah,
International Translators Academy. Yes, I forgot the name actually. International
that's good.
Translators Academy.
That's good.
He tried to gather most of the prominent translators under an umbrella.
Okay, that's so good news,
He
really.
comes to Post India. And you have heard of Shamal Bhattacharya. He is a
Yes.
polyglot.
Yeah,
He is quite well known. Definitely, he is
yeah,
a Sahitya Academy Award winner.
yeah, yeah. His
Uh,
name is
there is a
written all over the places.
lady called Jaya Chaudhary.
Uh-huh.
You may get her FB. He she I mean her name is Jaya Chaudhary. She knows Bengali and French.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
But amazing. Yeah,
it's an amazing combination, Bengali and French.
yeah.
And in Assam, you have heard of Assam?
Yes,
Assam is quite closer to Tripura.
yes.
There is a man. His name is Binod Kumar Gogoi. Binod Kumar Gogoi.
Okay.
He writes in Assamese and French.
Really?
He translates from Assamese to
That
French
too.
and probably from French to Assamese also. That
Wow.
I'm not sure, but he translates from Assamese to French.
French. That's good.
Yeah, and there are many young poets. Also, Sujit Manna. You may connect with him on FB. He translated a lot of books from English to Bengali.
All right. Good.
Yeah. Mm. So these are some names I can remember right now.
Yeah.
Anything else? If
So
you
that's
wish to ask you.
yeah. Thing is
Yeah.
that we have to finish this podcast for
Fine. Fine.
this session,
Fine.
but
Sure.
but we have to
Sure.
talk in other session. I know that you have so many things with you that it should be delivered to our listeners too. So so thank you
No,
very much.
I talked about all this because I I tried my level best to satisfy you and the audience.
I think
They should know something
you have done
about
really well, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So
That is my passion.
yes. So thank you very much
Yeah, yeah.
for being
Thank
with
you very
us
much.
today and
Thank
having good thoughts for our listeners. So we will have another session sure in near future.
you. Sure.
Okay
Your
then.
best wishes.
Have a
Best
good day.
wishes to you and the audience. Good night.
Good
Thank
night
you.
and thank you. Okay, bye.